Bentley Greens. Say what you like about South Melbourne, but it's never boring, is it? They're on to their second coach of the season. They've won a derby away to Melbourne Knights, and they beat Heidelberg 3-1 last week, so an uptick in their fortunes after a slow start to the campaign. The starting lineups: Nikola Roganovic starts between the sticks with a back four made up of Brad Norton. In fact, we'll just pause the lineups for a moment because a minute's silence is being held for the passing of Neos Cosmos founder Dimitri Gogos. That minute's silence for the passing of Dimitri Gogos, the founder of the Melbourne-based Greek newspaper Neos Cosmos, which did so much to advance the interests of Greek Australians and, of course, their sport as well. So, Vail Dimitri Gogos. The starting lineups for today: for South Melbourne, Nikola Roganovic starts between the sticks. A back four composed of Brad Norton, Christian Constantinides, Jake Marshall and young Ben Jeeba being given an opportunity in the starting 11. Zach Bates, Marcus Schrern and Konstantinos Stratomitros make up the midfield three, with a front three of Giuseppe Marafiotti, Jerry Saledos and Billy Constantinides. For the Bentley Greens, it's a new era with coach John Gabrielson taking over from John Anastasiadis, and what an era it was. Ryan Scott starts in goals with Jacob Alexander, Jack Webster, Michael Jankovic and James Ixidius making up the back four. Tyson Holmes, George Lambatoridis and new signing Mario Ilic start in the centre of the park, with Velibor Mitrovic, Valentino Yule and Matt Thurtell starting up front. I'm Josh Parrish, and alongside me in the commentary box today is Adam Ulatosh. Welcome, Alan.
Hey Josh, how's it going? How are things? Today's going to be an awesome match. We've got Avondale, who have dropped points at the top of the table, and Bentley, who are right behind them. Let's see if they can get a win to push them ever so close to the top of the table. It's freezing here at Lakeside Stadium. I cannot feel my fingers. I don't know how we're going to pass this microphone around, but it's nice conditions for football, not so nice for fans, but I think it's going to be a classic match here today.
If you think it's cold today, Adam, you should have been at ABD Stadium in Broadmeadows last night. The entire crew got soaked, but it was a fantastic game of football. 3-0 on the night to Hume City. Yeah, huge opportunity for the Bentley Greens. An opportunity to move back into second place and overtake Heidelberg United, who of course had a 4-1 win over Pascoe Vale on Friday night. And Avondale, as you say, slipping up yesterday against Dandenong City. You were in attendance at that game. What went wrong for Avondale?
Avondale had their opportunities and just didn't take them. Dandenong City, with the introduction of the two new A-League players they had yesterday, Adrian Leia and Brandon Santalab, you just saw the class of Brandon Santalab. Even though Stefanzini got past his player, Adrian Leia was just able to cut out any balls that were coming in. Masterclass by Adrian Leia.
Of course, we are underway here. It was Velibor Mitrovic sending that cross across the area. An early opportunity blazed over the bar for the Bentley Greens. Goal kick being taken by Roganovic here. Healthy crowd in attendance here on this near side. Of course, the cameras won't pick it up, but very interesting game in prospect. And a bit of a loose clearance there. Bentley Greens will... Oh, in fact, it's been kept in. Flicked on by Constantinides. That will go all the way through to Ryan Scott, perhaps one of the most promising keepers at NPL level. Has trialled with the Newcastle Jets. Hasn't quite got that opportunity yet, but his form perhaps deserves a second look from the A-League clubs. Into Thurtell. An awkward one to control. Loose ball headed away. Cleared out by Jankovic.
This is an interesting one today, Josh, because if you look at the players, a couple of them are looking up and putting their hands over their heads sort of to create a shade. There must be some glare that's coming on from the sun that's affecting some of the players out there.
Certainly advantage South then in this first half with the glare coming over the north side of the stadium. Of course, that will perhaps be less significant as the game wears on, but Ryan Scott having to shield his eyes in this first half might be important. Here's Zach Bates, who scored the opening goal last week against Heidelberg, advancing here. Dangerous cross into the back post. Marafiotti tried to force one across the box, but it was blocked and away. And the Hellas chant goes up around Lakeside Stadium as these South fans trying to propel their team to another victory. And in fact, I believe the man we saw make his debut yesterday is in attendance today, Brendan Santalab, scouting out some of the opposition players.
Yeah, I've also seen Jade North and Archie Thompson coming around and showing their faces here at Lakeside Stadium and their introduction into the NPL. I think they're coming here to check what the league shows and what the best of the NPL has to show.
Certainly football royalty in attendance, especially by Australian standards. Clearance from Webster to no one in particular. They'll be out for a goal kick. But that pace from Valentino Ewell, who will be on his way to A-League newcomers Western United next season alongside the former coach of the Bentley Greens, John Anastasiadis. It's always a threat with that pace in behind. Bentley winning the loose ball. Mitrovic putting, I believe it was Adams under pressure, or Marshall I should say. Jacob Alexander to take this throw in, absolutely outstanding last week in that massive win over Avondale. Back to Mario Ilic, the newcomer in this side. Secured no less than 5 signings this transfer window, Bentley. Only one of them makes the starting lineup today, but we might see a few of those new boys off the bench. Into the feet of Thurtell. He's dropped off the front line. Being harassed there by Christian Constantinides. And again, trying to play that ball over the top, trying to find a space in behind the South defence, but they've held firm so far.
Interesting there from the left wing. We see Mitrovic, who's making that run, going towards the ball, and then that overlapping run from the left back, Jacob Alexander, who's making that overlapping run, and Bentley just showing some really good movement that's coming off the ball and trying to open up this South defence.
Foul there, coming through the back of Valentino Ewell, was the captain, Brad Norton. Still going strong. Brad Norton scored the winner in the original Melbourne derby this season, so that'll certainly be one to remember for him. Webster to Jankovic. Jankovic again. Of course, son of the Real Madrid star. Lambertarides. Gets it back. Patient build-up here from the Bentley Greens. Jankovic. It's a bit of real estate to get into here, does the centre-back. He's tried to chip a ball for Ewell at the back post. Norton was anticipating it and trying to set Billy Constantinides off on the counter-attack. A bit of a misdirected pass there, but the intent was clear. Alexander's throw. Found Tyson Holmes down the line. Stodomichos doing some good defensive work, and a promising touch from Constantinides there. It was enough to get the crowd excited, but Jankovic read it well. Be very interesting to see how Bentley Greens go in this new era. Of course, as Tyson Holmes sends a promising ball over the top to Alexander. Zach Bates making the tackle, and it's behind for a corner.
Very interesting here by Bentleigh Greens. We see Tyson Holmes actually dropping into that left back role. Quite a crazy thing to do, but it's freed up the likes of Alexander who could find some space down that left side.
Alexander's delivery into the box was met by the head at the back post there of, I believe it was Mario Ilic, who assisted one of the Bentleigh Greens goals last week against Avondale. Huge result for them. Avondale hadn't so much as trailed all season, let alone lost a game, but Bentleigh Greens once again showing they're one of the most disciplined and well-organised outfits in this whole division. Yule's header. Konstantinides battling for it. Here's Stratomitros. All the way back to his goalkeeper, Roganovic. Lambatarides picking up the aerial ball. An attempted backheel from Valentino Yule. And that one's gone. Roganovic could only clear it over the head of his left back, Brad Norton. Exidias with the throw. Former Melbourne Victory youth player. Thurtell's header. Stratomitros playing at the base of that midfield will pick it up, try and send it for Zach Bates. That'll be a south throw. Benjiba with the throw in. Young man getting an opportunity today at right back. In towards Billy Konstantinides off his chest. We'll get a second opportunity at it. Trying to take Alexander down the line. Big striker. Probably want him in the box rather than on the wing, but he's doing some good lead-up work here. Here's Jiba back to Stratomitros. He sends it in early. And it's come here. And the shot at the end for Marcus Schrern was over the crossbar, but the best opportunity of the game so far.
It's a great bit of play there by South Melbourne. We see them deliver a beautiful ball into the box, and then they're aware to get the little leftovers. Whenever Bentleigh Green made that little mistake there, he was able to get on the end of that ball and just whip it in for a shot.
Haven't seen Jerry Salados on the ball yet. Maybe a productive avenue for South if they can get him involved. Absolutely star of the show last week at Olympic Village. Norton away for a throw-in. Exidius will take it. Very attacking right back. Both the fullbacks, in fact, for Bentleigh Greens. Very offensive-minded. We've seen Exidius play as a wing-back or even a winger before. Holmes with the flick through, and it's come off almost inadvertently off Thurtell to Yule. And into the back post, Mitrovic was open. But a telling intervention there to send it behind for a corner.
It's really important for youngsters to watch Yule here down this right side. He was delivering a ball in, but he wasn't delivering it to nobody. He found someone, and he was able to pick him out.
Threatening delivery. It was Norton's head away. Holmes. Bit of aerial ping-pong. Velibor Mitrovic will get it under control. Back towards Lambatarides, who was fancying himself with a crack at goal there, but Schrern sending Zach Bates away. And a shirt pull. It will be a yellow card here. Referee signalling that he couldn't really do much else. The shirt pull. Jacob Alexander going into the book early on, and that could be costly in future for the fullback.
Yeah, he sort of lost his footing there, and he was just trying to get it back, and he held on to the shirt. Professional foul, I would say. Very smart, but not for the likes of the referees.
Smart if you get away with it, I suppose. It's a bit of a judgment call whether to cop a yellow card that early in the game to stop that counter-attack. See a lot of teams doing it, but if you can make it a little less obvious that you're being so cynical about it, might be able to get away without a booking.
That was always going to be a booking.
Well, that was very clear, the shirt pull, but but you see the likes of Manchester City making pretty cynical fouls all the time as Salados comes away with the ball. The free kick will be pulled back. I think Salados wanted advantage, but Marafiotti getting a late challenge there. It's a question of making it a little bit more subtle about your attentions.
The dark arts.
That's it. Norton to take the free kick. Thought about the short one. I think he will play it long and up the line. Safety first from Brad Norton. Constantinides did get a flick on, but it's a long way too far for Marafiotti to do anything with it. And the goal kick taken short by Ryan Scott. Jankovic. Seems a pattern of this game is setting in, with Bentley being more patient and possession focused in their build-up, and South trying to make the most of those counter-attacking chances. Here's Yule. Back to Webster. Man with over 200 appearances in NPL Victoria. Real stalwart of the competition. The central defender. In towards Lambatarides. Jeeba got an important head on it, but it's Thurtell on the volley. And that wasn't too far away. Not an easy chance, but it did sit up for him nicely, Matt Thurtell. Usually does most of his work in and around the 6-yard box, a real goal poacher, but that would have been something out of the top drawer if he'd been able to find that top corner. Here's Constantinides into the feet of Jerry Salados. There's a delicate ball over the top, just a little too much on it for Giuseppe Marafiotti. Holmes playing a through ball for Yule. Norton, and where a little risky chip ball from Nikola Roganovic. Not sure the supporters were too sure about that one. What did you think of Roganovic playing the ball out of the back in that fashion, Adam?
Some Joga Bonito right there.
Seen Allison try it for Liverpool a few times this season. His manager wasn't always too impressed, and I'm sure the South Melbourne coach will be having a word to Nikola Roganovic. Goalkeepers, they're different sort of breed, aren't they?
They are. They definitely are. They are a different bunch. I think the keys for Bentley today are going to be with Yule. Yule down this right side. He's a big threat, and he will pose such a strong force on the South Melbourne defence that it may open up just the other side. Like the likes of Holmes will push out to the left side and maybe open it up and be able to create from that side.
Does attract a lot of defensive attention this season. Valentino Yule has been one of the finds of the competition. Of course, hasn't been long before that new A-League club in the Western Melbourne has noticed. Mitrovic battling to win the throw-in. One of the more technically proficient players in the league. Trying to run in behind. Opens up for Thurtell. Stratomitros' header. Jankovic playing a bit of a risky game there against Constantinides. Paid off for him. Webster into Exidias. And great shielding of the defence from Konstantinos Stratomitros. And he may have set his team off on a counter-attack here. Marafiotti on the left-hand side. A few step-overs. Some quick feet from Marafiotti. And there, Yule proving he doesn't just do the fancy stuff up front. He actually will work hard and track back.
That's why he's getting signed by A-League, isn't he? He's able to do his part up the top of the field and then come back and do his part defensively. And that's a testament to a great player. Someone that's willing to put in the hard yards. I think we saw something similar with Ian Robin. With the introduction of Pep Guardiola, he was able to really hit his defensive work, and from that, he became a world-class player.
Certainly, he'll still be under the mentoring of John Anastasiadis, and that's a long-range effort from Konstantinos Stratomitros. Not far over the crossbar. Ryan Scott was pretty confident it was drifting over. That's a risky pass as well. Attacking midfielder Schroen nearly onto that. Instead it's Yule who comes away. Illich. Webster. Exidius back to Mario Illich. Spraying a beautiful ball, but Benjiba read it well. Tried to play those diagonal balls of Bentley Greens, but the fullbacks so far have held up well against it. It looks as if injury is struck early here for South Melbourne. Very costly. It looks like Brad Norton's the one coming off, and it will be Perry Lambropoulos to replace him. Not the start that South would have wanted. Seems to be maybe holding his hamstring there. Concerned as the captain of South Melbourne is stricken by injury.
Yeah, big loss for South. He's one of the most important players for him, the captain, the leader out there. But what I love about South Melbourne, I've never been to this stadium before. It's the first time I've actually come here. We've got us doing the English commentary, and then next to us we've got the Greek commentary, and they're just as animated as we are. And it's a beautiful sight here in Melbourne. You can see the city. It's a cold night. Put your jacket on. Might get hotter. Take it off.
Here's Salados. An opportunity to shoot. He's a great dribbler. Can he get the final product? A bit of a loose touch there, but he's just about kept it in. It's into the back post. Konstantinides right into the danger area, but there was no one there to finish it off. And now Thurtell for Lambatarides. Excellent culling challenge to slow the attack down at least from Jake Marshall, but still it goes on. Lambatarides for Yule. 1-on-1 against the substitute, Perry Lambropoulos. Didn't expect to be seeing the field this early, and it's switched out to Velibor Mitrovic. Bates with the telling foot in there. Alexander will get it again. Jacob Alexander, his duel with Zach Bates has been one of the features of the match so far, and still it goes on, and the free kick will be called back, much to the outrage of the South Melbourne bench. Bit of a late challenge from Zach Bates.
If you guys notice in that play, South Melbourne had a really good opportunity there, and then the ball went down the other end. And credit to Yule, because he was able to just pretend like he was going to go forward, and then he held back, and he sort of held up the play and gave his team a little bit of time on the ball. And that's such a great asset for a team.
Tyson Holmes will take the set piece. And that's flicked on by Marcus Schroen. It'll be behind for a corner. Really could have gone anywhere with the in-swinging delivery. And Alexander, the left back, having to trudge all the way across the field to take this set piece, but he's a specialist curling those in. Did set up a goal last week from a similar situation against Avondale. There's plenty of height forward here from the corner, but instead they play it short for Tyson Holmes. Back to Alexander, changes the angle, and there's a loose ball here for Mitrovic to strike. Didn't quite have enough power to get it beyond that wall of defenders. Exidius. Thurtell, no flag there. Didn't quite get on the end of that ball. I think Yule was offside, but perhaps Matt Thurtell was actually onside. Lambropoulos' header for Marafiotti. Into Salados. Can't quite get a clean touch on it, but the loose ball's been won back here by Lambropoulos, and a bit of pinball on that left-hand side. Schroen to Salados. Back with Konstantinides. Jake Marshall. Salados with a big switch out to Zach Bates here, and he is caught just a little too high there. Wasn't watching across the line.
Yeah, just started a little bit too early. and they wasn't able to get back onside enough. Sometimes players do that. They start in an offside position and then wait for the defence to move up so that they remain offside when the ball is kicked.
It's testament to the defensive organisation from Bentley, as you say, Adam. They were able to get that defensive line-up in such a coordinated fashion. Webster. Both centre-backs pretty comfortable on the ball. Here's Ixidias. Back to Yule, who's drifted infield, and switch is on here for Velibor Mitrovic. It's one-on-one with Benjiba here. Here's Mitrovic. Slowed it down a little bit, but he's managed to dish it back here. Maybe a shot in here for the right back, Ixidias. Comfortable save in the end for Roganovic. Roganovic taking his time. Spray one out towards Zach Bates. The youngster who does have a lot of pace. Not enough to get onto that one. Jankovic. Webster. Ixidias. Trying to feed one through a central corridor there, Webster. Couldn't quite find Thurtell.
Salados is a great player. I played against him, actually. Oh, yeah? When I was playing for Murray United. Played against him. He was playing for Melbourne City. And my God, he was just a class above everyone else. He was able to read the play, and he was so technically good. That game I did break my nose.
And that delivery from was Giuseppe Marafiotti there, just beyond Zach Bates. As you say, Salados is really the creative fulcrum of this South Melbourne side. After spells at Melbourne City Youth and Northcote City, can't be too long before he gets a chance in the top flight. So much ability. And here he is again, Salados, the number 45. Feeds Marafiotti once more. Fiotti trying to take it inside. Back to Woods with Stratomitros there, who's had a couple of efforts from range now. The holding midfield player. Does like to get forward as the last man, if you like, and support that attack. Just 24 minutes gone here at Lakeside Stadium. Chilly afternoon of NPL football and a lot of quality on display. Thurtell and Konstantinidis trying to contest that one. Comes to Mitrovic. And he's got the overlap. Here's Jacob Alexander. Chance to whip a dangerous ball into the middle. The diving header from George Lambatoridis was difficult when he's that far ahead of the near post to get any direction on it, but it was a threatening cross.
Yeah, Josh, I don't think he was going to get that on target. Maybe 1 in 100 would have. But quite an attempt, really. Great for the crowd. Great to watch. Just not on the percentages there.
Do love a good diving header. Webster for Jankovic. Mitrovic closed down by Stratomitros. Here's Ixidias. Back to the former Scunthorpe United man, Jack Webster, the captain for Bentley Greens. Again, very patient build-up here, trying to just move the South Melbourne defence around and create an opening. Here's George Lambatoridis for Scott. The return didn't quite have the direction on it, but Lambatoridis has won it back, and Benjiba was the one who was taken out late there. I think the referee perhaps playing advantage. Zach Bates really ran into a sandwich there. Here's Salados trying to turn out of trouble. Stratomitros for Bates. Shrern recovering that one. Back with Jake Marshall. Jiba. And he's lost his footing there, Benjiba. Might be costly. Here's Matt Thurtell. He's got the better of Jake Marshall. It's still Thurtell. The delivery too high for Valentino Yule in the end.
It was a great opportunity there. It was just given away by South Melbourne cheaply. And then the likes of Thurtell was able just to get that little nick as he was reaching for the ball to get past his man, but unable to find Yule with that cross in. Probably should have gone for it all by himself. You know, the selfish striker. He should have hit that shot. But next time, I think he'll be a little bit more selfish.
Matt Thurtell, prolific goal scorer at this level. Here he is again. Wonder if he did get a shout from Valentino Yule on that occasion. Otherwise he may have lashed it across goal with his left foot. Jankovic. Alexander. Towards Mitrovic. Didn't have the direction on it. Marcus Schön won that header. Stratomitros for Jiba. Into the chest of Billy Konstantinides, the striker who's returned from Greece in the off-season. And here is Konstantinides. Trying to take on 2 or 3 defenders here. He's done terrifically well to win a corner when he was really outnumbered there.
Konstantinides just bulldozed his way through. It's kind of like they were scared of him. They were scared to put in a challenge. But he was able just to get on that left foot and not really create that little bit of space to get a clean shot away. But he's won his team a corner just as well.
Corner kick for South Melbourne. Haven't had too many set-piece opportunities so far. Lining up in the box. And Konstantinides was the target again, the big striker. As you say, Adam, I wouldn't too much fancy him running at me, the big man.
Yeah, they've got a dynamic front half where they got Salados and Konstantinides, 2 very, very different players. One to work off the other.
To complement each other quite well. Here's Jiba. Konstantinides again with the flick on. Zach Bates goes up for that header. Way by Ilic, and then Exidias getting a touch. Stratomitros back for Jiba. Stratomitros. Not an intentional back pass there, and Ryan Scott is able to pick that one up. Mario Ilic. And for Mitrovic. Lovely ball played through by Lambertarides. Here's Tyson Scott trying to play it into the danger area. And Roganovic has to juggle and clear that one away. He was afraid of picking up a back pass from Konstantinides, but another threatening attack from the Bentley Greens. Just to make it extra confusing, we've got 2 Konstantinides in the lineup, Christian and Billy, playing at opposite ends of the field for South Melbourne.
You can just hear around the stadium so much excitement when Konstantinides goes to get the ball. It's like the fans, they want him to succeed. They want him to just, get the ball and goal at goal and run at this defence. It's quite a great thing to watch.
He's the kind of dynamic target man that gets the fans excited. South defending in a pretty rigid 4-4-2 here with Bates and Marifiotti on the wings. Schön and the more defensive-minded Stratomitros holding the middle, and it's Salados who's been pressing up front, nearly pressed Jankovic into a mistake there.
You can just see the difference from now and from a little bit earlier was just the movement. They're so stale right now, Bentley. They're not able to, the movement's completely stopped. They're not able to create as they were, and the way Bentley works is it's all a vehicle. If one person's not moving to create another person's space, and the whole system won't work.
Here's Mitrovic. They did get a bit of movement on this play. In towards Lambertarides. Now with Tyson Holmes dropping into that left-hand roll. And does like to pick up these pockets of space, Tyson Holmes. trying to play in Thurtell. It was Christian Constantinides. KK with the header away. Alexander, he will keep that one in. Didn't have the numbers in the box. And Lambropoulos plays it out to Salados. And it's 3 against 3 here. Can they make the most of it, South? Numbers getting back now for Bentley Greens. Here's Marafiotti. Trying to take on his man. He's lost it, much to the frustration of the supporters here at Lakeside Stadium. They wanted some more from that situation.
Game's really started to hype it up. And you see fans are really involved now, reacting to every little play. Such a great atmosphere we've got here at Lakeside Stadium.
Got a few comments coming through here on the Facebook Live. Will's not too impressed with the attendance, but I can say that off camera here on this near side, there's a very healthy crowd here. The stand on the far side is not being used today. Webster will that one go out for a throw-in, and he takes it quickly for Lambattery. He's trying to get something going. Well anticipated by KK in the back line. Tyson Holmes, the former Queensland NPL player, hitting it back to his goalkeeper.
I think, Josh, as this game keeps going further and further on, Bentley are going to get more and more frustrated. We've seen that last week when Avondale dropped points, also did Heidelberg. So we saw this week that, yesterday in fact, that Avondale did drop points. So we'll see if Bentley Greens are able to capitalise on that, or will the pressure tell?
Slip here from Jake Marshall that's let Velibor Mitrovic in. Now it's Holmes for Alexander, into Woods, Thurtell. It was just straight down the throat of the goalkeeper there. Very good opportunity, perhaps the best that Bentley have created so far.
Either side of the goalkeeper, and Thurtell puts the ball into the back of the net. He just wasn't able to direct it, especially from that angle. It is very hard to direct it on either side of the goalkeeper.
Here's Salados. Salados trying to take on his player. He hits the feet of Billy Constantinides. It's out for Perry Lambropoulos now, the substitute, into the area, and it's Jack Webster away. Christian Constantinides will pick up the scraps. South having a rare spell of possession here. Yishrun. Fans frustrated by that pass. No real direction on it in the end. Holmes with a neat touch. Bentley under pressure in the middle of the park, but they played through it superbly, and it's over the top here for Thurtell. A beautiful ball from Tyson Holmes. Here's Matt Thurtell. He's taken a little wide there. And the linesman is signalling for a corner. That ball did go out. Deflection on the cross.
Yeah, in that section, you guys might not be able to see that from the camera, but Holmes actually made eye contact with Thurtell, and they saw her on the same wavelength to be able to hit that ball, and perfect timing of the run to be able to get through that South defence and potentially score, but they weren't able to because of the block shot.
It's Alexander over the set piece again. Towards Jankovic, and it's flicked on by Thurtell, and what a save! Appeals that it went over the goal line, not heeded by the linesman, and Nikola Roganovic has come up with an incredible stop. Claude, what will look like a certain goal right off the goal line.
There's no way for us to know, Josh, if that was a goal or not, but my God, if it wasn't, that was a great save. One of the best saves I've seen in the NPL so far.
Save of the season contender for sure for Nikola Roganovic, channeling Gordon Banks there. It was almost behind him, the ball. Fantastic athleticism to claw that one off the goal line. And still the Bentley press goes on. It's another corner, this time from the right-hand side. Thurtell must be wondering how he didn't score on that last play. Here's Alexander. Away by Lambropoulos. Back with Exidias, who fires a shot, and another great save. Nikola Roganovic Adding a few numbers to the highlight reel today. What a strike from Exidias, but an even better save from the goalkeeper.
We didn't think we'd see a better save today, but I think we just saw one. Oh my God. To have the strength to parry that out. Great save.
Illich with the corner now. Konstantinides heads away at the near post. Back for Illich. Appeals for offside. Jake Marshall goes up for the header. Can't win it. Ball bouncing in the area dangerously. Schrön eventually gets it away from danger. I'm not sure James Exidias, the right back, has hit his sweetest strike in his life. Still couldn't quite... Well, he did find the top corner, except the goalkeeper was in the way.
It does feel like Bentley are getting very close to getting that opening goal of the match. They're piling on the pressure here early at Lakeside Stadium. Let's see if they can put the ball in the back of the net next time.
Andrew's come through on the Facebook Live saying that's a goal. I'm not sure we could see from up here, Andrew. Certainly the Bentley players were appealing the ball across the line on the first of the two spectacular Roganovic saves.
We're standing here inside of the South Melbourne fans, and we've got live commentary on the live commentary.
Some of the fans in front of us offering to chip in. Maybe we should let them have their say at halftime. Here's Lambatarides. Valentino Yule now. A few step overs from the Adelaide man. Here's Yule. Gets a second chance to cross that ball in. It's a looping effort. It'll come out for Tyson Holmes to strike one on the half volley. Thurtell! And it's in! Matt Thurtell finally has his goal. Out of almost nothing, he was onside due to the South Melbourne player staying back on the line. And he's headed that one into the corner. No chance for Nikola Roganovic this time.
Yeah, just a miscommunication in the South Melbourne defence. One of the players was just staying on the goal line. And it's so tough for South Melbourne because they all moved out, and Thurtell, if he had come with him, would have been offside. But it has been coming, it hasn't been against the run of play. Thoroughly deserved by Thurtell, I think.
I have to agree with you there, Adam. South have had their moments, but Bentley Green's clearly the better team so far today. And it was Christian Konstantinides. Seems like he wants the ground to open up at the moment. He was the one standing on the goal line. It's a miscommunication, as you say, in the back line, and everyone else held a firm offside line, but he was all the way back in the goals.
Yeah, it's right before the half ending. It's just like a dagger in the heart. You know, they've done so well to keep Bentley out the whole half, and it's silenced the crowd here at Lakeside Stadium. They can hear every word we're saying right now.
Exidias clears. Jeeva plays back to his goalkeeper. Beautiful sunset here over Lakeside Stadium. Not doing much for Ryan Scott's vision. If South can get an effort or two on target, they might find the goalkeeper unsighted due to the glare. Webster struggling with it too. Ball over the top towards the run of Thurtell, but Jake Marshall will play the safe option. If in doubt, kick it out.
Yeah, it's very hard for the players to see at the moment. As you guys can probably see by the shadows, that they're going from inside of shadows to outside of shadows. So their eyes can... It's definitely weather for sunglasses, even though it is freezing.
Maybe some of the players need to invest in an Edgar Davids style pair of goggles, Adam.
I think the ref's got some.
I think the ref is wearing some pretty snazzy shades today. Thurtell getting involved once again. Been an outstanding contributor in this first half and has scored the opening goal. Here's Velibor Mitrovic. And that pass is short, and Salatos will get there, and it's a lovely touch to set Jeeba away. And he's got Konstantinides in the area. He will try and use him. Cross was just behind Billy Constantinides. Couldn't quite get it under control.
Jiba did a really good job there, of just holding up for about a second to find Constantinides' feet, but he's just played just a little bit behind him. Constantinides wasn't able to plant his feet and gave the ball away in a crucial position there for South Melbourne.
But didn't we see the understated brilliance that is Jerry Salados there? Just that pass, he perfectly weighted to the on-rushing Jiba. Just a bit of a class above at this level in terms of technical ability. Marifiotti. Back with Stratomitros, who's having a little difficulty with the swarming Bentley players, and they've won it back through Mario Ilic now. Webster. Scott plays back to Webster. So often the outlet is the central defender as they try and play out. A long ball from Tyson Holmes over the top, trying to use the pace of Valentino Ewell, and a bit awkward for defence and goalkeeper as the ball just nestled outside of the box. Well dealt with in the end by Roganovic. And a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge from Ewell. Referee says it's no problem there, and he will spray it out for Velibor Mitrovic. South fans not happy with the call. Here's Velibor Mitrovic trying to cut inside. If it was Stratomitros with the intervention, or Schrön I should say, and he's back on the ball, is Marcus Schrön. Couldn't find Zach Bates. I don't know if he knew much about it, but it's hit the back of Jacob Alexander, and he's been able to stop that attack.
Jiba's showing his class there. You see, as a defender, he was able, he knew that his attack only had his right foot. He could only go back to that right foot, so he cut off that right foot option and forced him onto his left foot, and he wasn't able to get around him. So very smart by Jiba.
If you are just joining us here at Lakeside Stadium, it's Josh Parrish and Adam Ulatash on the call. Have missed a goal. It's Matt Thurtell who's opened the scoring after a bit of a defensive mix-up with the offside line from South Melbourne, but an excellently placed header into the corner. And you have missed Brad Norton going off with an injury, the South Melbourne captain, having to be withdrawn early in this first half. Looks like maybe a hamstring strain. He pulled up short, and on came Perry Lambropoulos. Mitrovic. Ilic. Lovely pass for Alexander. Bentley Greens give it away. Bates for Schrön. Marcus Schrön trying to get it on that left foot and send it long for Marifiotti. It's Giuseppe Marifiotti able to size up his defender here. He's got numbers in support now. He's got the overlap for Salados, and frustration from the South Melbourne fans as that pass was just not timed properly with the run.
Marifiotti, what he did excellently here before he gave the ball away was he was able to show his skill, and his skill gave him that little bit of space, maybe gave him a little bit too much space for the defender to pull back, and just bad distribution, bad choice of passing.
If he'd waited just a second longer, he may be able to found that overlapping run from Salados. They went quite on the same wavelength, those two. As the elegant holding midfielder that is Tyson Holmes gets that mess cleaned up at the back, and here's Mitrovic laying off for Ilic. Jankovic fires a good ball into the feet of Matt Thurtell. Peels for a free kick. Peels for the ball going out of play. The linesman has flagged in the end there. A bit of a late call, but it will be a throw-in. Matt Thurtell is not too pleased with the referee for not awarding a free kick there as 1 minute goes up. Just the 60 seconds added on here at the end of the first half. Jiba. Constantinides. Doing some hold-up play. That one's just gone across the wrong side of the sideline. Bentley Green's throw in. 30 seconds left to play in this opening period here at Lakeside Stadium. Alexander with the long throw. Trying to find Velibor Mitrovic. Being played close attention to by young Ben Jiba, who's done pretty well in this first half. Against some of the more skillful and dynamic attackers in this division. Here's Alexander. In for Valentino Ewell. It's a dangerous one here at the end of the first half. Thurtell trying the spectacular, and it's still on here. And Stratomitros gets a foot in. Here's Tyson Holmes. Stratomitros running that one up and getting it away nicely for Marifiotti, and it might be just about enough time for a counter-attack here. Last play of the first half is Marifiotti. Crossing the box, and it's too high for Billy Constantinides, and that will do us for the first half. South Melbourne 0, Bentley Greens 1.
Is it buffery? It's like, can you hear the wind? It's not too bad. No, it's not. Yeah. Scenic shots. Love it. It's actually the long wall. Long
Do you enjoy commentating?
Yeah, I love it.
I think you're really good. Yeah, you should do it for it. The next year.
Well, he's out the door now, so he's doing Fox. No.
That's cool, man. Right, let me know when you're ready.
Welcome back to Lakeside Stadium here in Albert Park. It's South Melbourne taking on the Bentley Greens. The second half here, it's 1-0 to the visitors at half-time, with Matt Thurtell scoring the opening goal from a header. And South were forced into a substitution earlier than they would have liked, with captain Brad Norton being forced off with injury and replaced by Perry Lambropoulos. No changes for either side at half-time. We have seen a couple of the South new boys warming up, with Melvin Beckett, the energetic midfielder signed from Geelong, and the giant Joshua Doran, the 210-centimetre reserve goalkeeper. And what a little bit of brilliance from Jerry Salados to start this second half as he nutmegs his opponent. Cross from Bates was blocked, but it's chipped over the top. Alexander winning the header, and here's Thurtell again. He's been very involved today. Tyson Holmes now. Jake Marshall playing all the way back to his goalkeeper. Illich. Alexander. Valentino Yule taking on all comers here, and he wins a free kick. Very skillful. Just joining us, I'm your commentator Josh Parrish. Alongside me, Adam Ulatash. Adam, what do you think South Melbourne need to do to get back into this game?
I don't quite know, Josh. I really don't quite know. But it does seem that the South Melbourne does need to just be able to keep Bentleigh Greens in their defensive third. Maybe retain possession a little bit better. They're able to create a couple opportunities when they're going forward. And maybe on the break here they are.
Yes, another opportunity on the counter-attack here for Zach Bates, who sends it across the area, and it's off the knee, I think, of Jacob Alexander there. That could have gone anywhere, but it's behind for a corner. Maybe those lightning transitions are the only way into the game for South Melbourne if they can't, maintain possession for long periods, as Bentley Greens have been doing all game.
If you give Bentley an opportunity, like we've just seen, they're just going to keep attacking and attacking and attacking and attacking. They need to hold. This is a perfect position for the South Melbourne just to pile on the pressure. If they're able to keep Bentley in this, I do believe they can snatch a goal. Interesting
set piece routine here with several players crowding Ryan Scott in his 6-yard box. It was a bit of a waste, that ball, as the supporters below us are pointing out.
They're doing the commentary for us. We're just replaying everything they say.
Yes. South Melbourne fans never afraid to hold back their. Well, they never hold back their opinions, and as you say, doing a lot of work for us. Here's Benjiba into its Constantinides, and it's cleared. Almost convincing of clearances, but Valentino Ewell will pick it up here. In fact, it's Lambropoulos who's won the header. And now Schrön trying to put an early ball into the area. It's Konstantinides. And the referee has called a free kick against the big striker.
The way he was able to outmuscle his opponent and still get a head onto that as he was falling back, that was similar to like a fadeaway jump shot in basketball. He was going backwards and he still was able to get that head onto goal, even though it was a foul. Some remarkable work there by Konstantinides.
It was quite a feat of athleticism, even if he did give away a free kick, as you say. Very unorthodox. Webster. Now it's Lambatarides, the midfielder, picking it up in a sort of right back position. And you pointed out that pattern in the first half, Adam, of these Bentley Greens midfielders, especially Holmes, but also Lambatarides there dropping deep. And it's a ball over the top early for Thurtell here. Strikes it on goal, but didn't get the clean connection he wanted, and it's an easy save for Nikola Roganovic.
He was able to bend his run, Thurtell. There was another player who was popping in the position from the number 9 and came out and drawed out the centre backs, and then Thurtell made this bending run in and was able to get on the end of that ball. He had a pass on to Yoel, but wasn't able to get around the wall. I think he was caught in two minds to shoot or to pass, and it was a pretty tame effort in the end.
Now with Marafiotti. There's Jankovic. Not giving him an inch here, but Marafiotti sidestepped him, and it's in for Konstantinides. Didn't quite get the purchase on the header. Maybe the cross a little bit too high for him. Or did he mistime his jump?
Yeah, they just showed Marafiotti his left foot. They kind of bet, or his right foot, my mistake. They kind of bet that he wouldn't put that ball in with his right foot, but he showed his class there, really, to get at the ball to Konstantinides.
That one will be too hard for Zach Bates to reel in as he falls flat on his face after the pass from Salados. This is well he didn't face plant on the corner flag.
Yeah, we call that a starfish in where I'm from.
Zach Bates with the early delivery. I'm not sure if it was a shot or a cross, but it's gone straight to Ryan Scott by any measure. Illich. Holmes bisecting the defence with a through ball, and here's Ewell trying to send it in with pace on it. Bit of an issue for Jake Marshall, rather Konstantinides in fact, who got it away for a corner.
So dangerous there. Just in transition, they're able to get the ball to Ewell, and he's able to get past his man and deliver that ball, trying to get behind that South Melbourne defence. Quite incredible.
It was an excellent through ball from Tyson Holmes, one of the competition's best midfielders, if I say so myself. Alexander's corner. Webster's battling for it, and he's given away a free kick. Hands in the back. And a bit of afters here with Roganovic. He's trying to steal a few yards with the free kick. Referee lets it go. Here's Marafiotti. Out by Mitrovic for a throw-in. Jiba. Sending it long up the line. It's beyond Konstantinides and indeed Marafiotti. Back to Scott. Lambropoulos' header. Holmes for Ewell. Heavy challenge from Lambropoulos, who's followed his winger all the way infield. Referee waves play on. Very cold, windy evening here in South Melbourne. Webster. And Ewell's just muscled Lambropoulos there, who perhaps overcommitted. But it's good cover from Marcus Schrön getting back. And he will clear up the line. Disappointed with himself there that he couldn't keep that ball in play.
Yule there with a great way of using his body. I know we're propping him up, but well deserved, really. He's able to use his body to create a bit of space and let that ball run across and get past his opponent.
Webster, and it's offside. Flag up, referee happy to let play go with South Melbourne in possession. Marshall. Jeeba. Oh, and given away by Jeeba to Thurtell, and now it's Mitrovic with a back heel. And still they go on. Shot on goal. It's drifted over the crossbar. Tyson Holmes. Long way out, but he wanted to get that one on target, and he's just floated it high and wide.
Tyson Holmes so close there. He was able to be in space with the ball and had a great opportunity just to put his foot through that ball. But he leant back a little bit and that skied the ball. Important for him to next time just get that knee over the ball and strike a little bit without leaning back.
What about the back heel though from Mitrovic to set it up?
That's pure class right there. He was able to draw two defenders away and open it up for Holmes.
Webster. Lambatarides for Yule. Bit of a loose touch, keeps it alive through Exidias. Lambropoulos intercepts. Schrön. Excellently done by Schrön. Now it's Konstantinides. Switch ball for Salados. Numbers in the box. Salados. Fight across goal and it's in! South have their equaliser. And it is Giuseppe Marifiotti with one of the simplest finishes he'll ever have in his life. Superb. Absolutely fired in there from Jerry Salados, and it's Giuseppe Marifiotti who profits.
These South Melbourne fans are going absolutely wild. Salados with the intelligence of taking that shot and pushing it across the keeper, across the goal for him to parry it out, and Marifiotti to put that ball straight into the back of the net. Quite intelligent football, and this place is bouncing to the tune of Zombie Nation.
Hasn't that woken up the South Melbourne crowd? Mitrovic can't keep it in play. Virtually out of nothing. They've profited from one of those counter-attacks, and there's just so much pace on that ball from Jerry Salados. It's too hot for Ryan Scott to handle.
Look, this might be 1-1, but this is so crucial for the league. Avondale fans would be celebrating this goal just as much as anyone else in the league. But it's so crucial to see how a club that's third in the table is able to deal with this pressure of being potentially...
And Marifiotti might be in again here. And it's saved by Scott. Here's Konstantinides, a double save. And Zach Bates can't get the shot away. Huge opportunity for South Melbourne as Schrön put Marifiotti in through on goal. Could have been 2-1 in the space of just a couple of minutes.
This game's exploded into life. This crowd is going absolutely nuts.
What a save from Ryan Scott as Tyson Holmes goes down under the challenge of Konstantinos Stratomitros. Bit of a pressure valve for Bentley Greens to release after the panic caused by that South Melbourne counter-attack. Simple as you like. Schrön gets the ball off Lambropoulos and sends it over the top of the defence. Probably could and should have been 2-1, but Ryan Scott stood tall. Here's Yule. Holmes. Now it's Mitrovic. Back to Holmes with the strike. And it just drifts agonisingly wide. Took a deflection and it's out for a corner.
So close there, Bentley. And that's the danger of them. This is why they're such a good team, because even under the pressure, under the cosh, they're able to still push forward and create opportunities.
Short option, but Alexander goes to the back post instead. Jankovic was in there. South fans wanted a free kick. It's cleared by Marafiotti, the goal scorer. Way by Lambropoulos for a throw-in. Jeeper trying to take it long and quick. Marafiotti wasn't quite upfield in support. Webster.
It's become so tense all of a sudden. It was so lively before, and now the South Melbourne fans are so aware of the dangers of Bentley and how good they are.
Christian Constantinides making a crucial intervention there, and he sets Marcus Schroen away, and that's an excellent ball for Zach Bates, who's got him behind Exidias here, and just a loose touch, couldn't quite get it through on goal, but shows that pace that South have on the counter-attack, an ever-present threat, and Marcus Schroen's been playing some lovely through balls in behind. But that's a good combination between Ewell and Exidias on the right here for Bentley. It's end-to-end here at Lakeside. Here's Ewell. Can he keep it in? He does, and too much on the cross, and Pepe Marafiotti will take the ball here. Stratomitros. Too much on it for Constantinides.
Yeah, it was a little bit hard for Ewell to get on the end of that ball. It's quite remarkable how he did get on that ball and still delivered a cross with such power on it. And he did go straight through the sponsorships. But credit to him.
Feeling the effects now, and here's Thurtell through on goal out of nothing. It's at Thurtell, and it's 2-1. Bentley Greens take the lead again through that man who opened the scoring in the first half, and now Matt Thurtell has 2 goals. An excellent finish. And really, that was as simple as you like from the visitors.
It was just a simple ball over the top. And we saw the likes of Roganovic just come out of his box looking to try and get on to approach the ball. But Thurtell, just class. It was like he was so composed on the ball that he didn't hit it hard. He placed it and went straight into the back of the net, exactly where he wanted to hit it. He walks back through the advertising benches, the warnings, and shows his class.
Bentley Greens lead 2-1. It was Mario Ilic with an absolutely superb diagonal ball to set Thurtell through on goal. Not the route that Bentley Greens are used to, going down to the long ball over the top, but it's pretty effective when you've got players of the quality of Ilic to play those lofted through balls and guys with the pace of Matt Thurtell to run onto them. Lambropoulos. Webster cleaning up. Lambatarides appeals for handball from the Bentley players. Referee just gives a throw in.
Thurtell has again silenced this crowd. He's a man that silences South crowds. This crowd it's lost its venom, it's lost its sting. Everyone's all of a sudden on the edge of their seat, just hoping for South Melbourne to hit another goal.
Don't you reflect on that moment where Marafiotti was through on goal, could have taken the lead for South. Football games like these can turn pretty quickly. And he may be ruining that miss come full time. Lambropoulos with a long throw. Bates being held off by Exidias, and Jankovic is able to clear. Constantinides with a physical challenge on Matt Thurtell. Christian, that is. And now here's Billy Constantinides. And some quick feet from Marcus Schroen. That ball's gone out of play, but the referee's blown for a free kick. Schroen trying to play it quickly. In for Constantinides. Marafiotti. He's onside, Marafiotti. There's no one at the back post to cross to. Salados will pick up the scraps. Salados in the corner. Easy pickings for Alexander there, who will clear. And now it's Thurtell up the other end. Trying to hold off Marshall. Thurtell playing through for Tyson Holmes, but Zach Bates will make up the ground there. Let it go out for a throw-in. What pace that youngster has.
I think it's really important for young players to look at Marafiotti in that moment and to see that if you're going to cross the ball in, it's not just about putting the ball into a dangerous area. It's about getting to that ball to one of your players and in that case, that was a waste of possession from a really good position.
You're right, Adam. I think he had a little bit more time than he thought he did. Maybe panicked a little bit and played that one earlier, assuming there'd be a run at the back post.
South are very dangerous when they win this, like a free kick in their attacking half, because they're able to straight away switch it on and get that ball to Constantinides or Marafiotti. And even if those players just lay it off or flick it on to the likes of Salatis, then you see South very dangerous in these positions. And we just saw from there that they can get into great positions. It's just the distribution that they have to look out for. And their decision-making can be the difference between them winning and them losing or drawing.
It's a substitution being made here for South Melbourne. A very attacking change. Slambropoulos dueling with Yule, and now it's third towel through for Valentino. Yule with a second opportunity. Squares it up, Lambatarides, and he's just lifted that over the crossbar. So you get confirmation of that change. It was Jake Marshall making way, and it's one of the new boys coming on for South Melbourne. In fact, his debut coming in from Geelong Soccer Club, Melvin Beckett into the midfield with Stratomitros going back into the back line. Now another sub being made, this time for the Bentley Greens. Number 23, Velibor Mitrovic is coming off. We'll get confirmation of the player's name shortly. Yes, it's Fan Nakamura, Japanese import. So not a debut for Nakamura. I believe he did see the field last week. And he is a new signing at Bentley Greens. South making their intentions known with a defender being replaced by a midfield player in Melvin Beckett. Does have an eye for goal, Beckett. Long throw from Lambropoulos. He'll get it again. Turning, trying to fire it across, and that one is splayed over the goal line. Really didn't get a hold of that one.
Yeah, great opportunity there. Just to get onto that left foot and Lambropoulos just to try and get that ball into a dangerous position. He had a couple of players in the box, but he wasn't able to steer it in the way. I think for South, it's that decision making, that final ball that's been the problem for them in this second half.
Lambropoulos winning that one. Naturally right-footed player having to play at left back today. And Constantinides wins a free kick with Yule a little too overzealous with the challenge.
It looked like it was a lazy tackle by Lambropoulos, but he was able to get the ball there. But credit to Yule again. He lost the ball, and even though he lost the ball, he still tried his best to win that ball, giving away a free kick, but still able to hound and hustle at this South Melbourne defence and not let them play out from the back so easily.
Now for Zach Bates. Taking on Exidias. It's Bates. It's into the area. Deflected and away by Webster. And now Schrern under pressure from Thurtell now. Carries it forward on his favoured left foot. Seems to be a bit of a lighting situation going on here at Lakeside Stadium as Schrern sends it into the box. Marafiotti at the back post trying to recover it. Still Marafiotti. Back to the new boy, Melvin Beckett, getting a first touch. And it's Constantinides, the centre-back, with an ambitious effort from about 35 yards out, harmlessly over the crossbar.
Yeah, it looked like more of a cross type of delivery rather than a shot. It would have been a really good cross if it was on the side. I reckon it wasn't hit with that conviction that a shot should be hit with, especially from that direction. We did have a bit of a light face, kind of similar to that Australia versus Lebanon incident of a blackout here, but not quite the same.
Seems as if the lining's holding up okay, and we haven't had a stoppage in play here. It's Yule. Illich. Webster. Yankovic. Back to Jack Webster. And Illich again with time and space to play that ball, and he sent it over for the substitute Nakamura now, but Ben Jibo was equal to it.
This is Bentley Green's bread and butter in this situation. They're 2-1 up. They've got the ball. They're able to keep South Melbourne pushed back.
It's a chance here in the box now. It's cleared away as quickly as it arose. Marafiotti battling for it, but it's Lambatteriz who comes out with the ball, and now it's Melvin Beckett putting in a challenge, winning it back. Schön. Marafiotti. Beckett. Lampropoulos. Bates. Back to Beckett. 1-2 with Marcus Schön. And Lampropoulos will get it on his favoured right foot. And it's not cleared properly, and it's Billy Constantinides trying to turn in a tight space there. Still alive with Giuseppe Marafiotti. Gets it on his left foot. And in towards Marcus Schön. Never had the power on it to really trouble Ryan Scott, but a promising moment for South Melbourne.
I think Constantinides, he just shows his presence. Even if he gets the ball in the box, or even if he doesn't have it, the ball's a metre away from him, he's still got that presence to scare defenders into them leaving the ball and not make a challenge on him. And he was able to keep them with possession in that half.
Now it's Tyson Holmes making some headway in the right-hand side. It's in for Thurtell, and a fantastic save again from Nikola Roganovic. As Thurtell goes over the advertising hoardings. He scraped his knees there. Didn't look too comfortable, but would have had his hat-trick there, Thurtell, coming in at the near post.
So dangerous, Bentley, really. They're able to just switch from defence to attack in a matter of seconds. And their transition, they're probably one of the best teams I've seen in this league in being able to do that transition.
Alexander sends in the cross. It's loose in the box. It could go anywhere, and it's gone over the crossbar. Nakamura with a fantastic chance to really seal the 3 points for Bentley Greens.
You see with that delivery from Alexander, as soon as, when you see a ball and it's been hit and you go, wow, that's going to be a great ball. That was one of those balls, and it was pushed into an area that the goalkeeper wasn't sure to get it or not get it, and it curled into a great place where a couple of players went at it and bounced out to Nakamura, who wasn't able to keep that ball down with a wall in front of him.
Peels for a South free kick. Instead, throwing goes away with the Bentley Greens. Xidias. Webster. Jankovic for Mario Ilic. He's had a lot of time and space at the base of this midfield. He's Thurtell, and that's a bad pass for Marcus Schön to latch onto. But he couldn't find Zach Bates. Good positioning from James Xidias in the end. Ilic. Out left for the informed Jacob Alexander. Nakamura couldn't get his feet. It's Beckett. Schön. Lampropoulos. Lampropoulos with the cross. It's just behind the advancing players, but Salados will pick up the scraps, and here's Marafiotti trying to get that ball onto his left foot. And he shoots Marafiotti, and it's in! South equalise again! Giuseppe Marafiotti with the second goal of the afternoon. And what a game he's having.
Marafiotti has showed why he is one of the best in the league, and these South Melbourne fans are again on their feet cheering. He's able to create a little bit of space, as I said earlier, with that trickery, that bit of footwork to get that ball on his left foot. The ball took a bit of a deflection, making it hard for the goalkeeper to save it. But Marafiotti, it's all class, and he's equalised here at Lakeside Stadium. It's 2-2.
What a thrilling contest we have on our hands here now. End to end. Bentley Greens twice taking the lead, but South Melbourne twice fighting back from the brink. And this game is really anyone's for the taking at this point. Yule. Xidias on the overlap. It's a dangerous ball, just too high. Nakamura into the area for Thurtell. And that is inches wide of the far post. Not sure if Thurtell got a touch on it or not, but any firmer connection would have sent it into the net.
It can't get any closer for Bentleigh Greens. Thurtell so close in that instance. But I tell you, the Avondale and the South Melbourne fans right now are celebrating to the moon. Especially that miss right there. But a true testament to Bentleigh Greens. They are so well organised in being able to just, even though they conceded a goal, to get a great opportunity and kind of forget about it and still be able to attack with such venom.
Jankovic with an awkward ball. He's under pressure from Salados here. He's done well. Ilic up into the stratosphere. Here's Thurtell back to Ilic. The Greens have it back under control, and as you say, Adam, Avondale will be delighted with this turn of events. And it's not often that South Melbourne and Heidelberg fans agree on anything, but they'd both like to see a positive result for the Hellas here.
There's a first for everything, Josh. It's the first season of FFV, live commentary on Facebook and YouTube. There's always a chance for firsts in this country.
Might be a chance for South Melbourne here. Didn't really slowed down that attack, Konstantinides. Beckett can't get it under his spell. Here's Ilic. Exidias. A few players feeling the effects of cramp. It's Zach Bates who seems to be struggling with it. He seems to be having a bit of a dialogue with the South bench at the moment. Could we see another change? Webster. Lambatarides. Away by Stratomitros, and then Beckett. Nice touch off his chest from Billy Konstantinides, but Salados with a poor ball, and he apologises for it.
South Melbourne fans just shouting, "Go get it back! Come on, push!" Just trying to motivate their team and keep them on the attacking, just trying to get that winning goal.
They do love Jerry Salados, but any player makes a pass like that, and we're not going to make their disappointment known. Beckett wins the ball superbly. Here's Schrone. Zach Bates now. Driving forward, Salados. Lovely touch to evade Lambatarides, and Salados chips it out to the right flank. Here's Marafiotti. Alexander comes in with the clearance, just preying on his first touch there.
Alexander very smart there. When they teach defending, they say get on that first touch as soon as your opposition gets the ball, and he was able to just clear on the first touch. He counted on Marafiotti to try and keep that ball in and cleared the ball away, and now Bentleigh Green have the possession and trying to slow this game back down and push it into their favour.
Webster driving forward, the centre back. And he sends one for Tyson Holmes to chase, but he can't keep it in. The frustration palpable on the Bentleigh Greens bench. Konstantinides with the header. Bentleigh Greens recover the ball. Yule. Through for Exidias. And Yule gets it back. He might have a shot here. Yule maybe just overplaying that one, but he's still got it. Has the explosive winger. So much trickery and so much skill. And it's in for Tyson Holmes now with Beckett making a terrific sliding challenge to send that one behind for a corner.
This sky blue construction has taken a beating. This advertising board down on the sides, but Yule, oh my God, wow! He's able to show a bit of trickery. It's kind of like he learnt in the streets, that tough, rugged Brazilian style of football. Just be able to push players off and still retain possession whilst putting a little trickery on the end of it.
Corner into the back post, and the free kick will go South Melbourne's way. Much to the chagrin of the Bentleigh Greens players, and in particular Marko Jankovic, who gave it away. Still 12 minutes left to play here, plus stoppages. Anything could and might happen. What a fantastic end-to-end contest we've seen here. Perhaps the game of the weekend. Although Saturday's events over between Altona Magic and Green Gully might rival it. And South preparing another substitution here. It's number 12, Cruceratis, coming on. And I think there's a error with the subs board, but it will be Zach Bates who comes off. And Bates was struggling with cramp a little earlier, so that might be behind the substitution, as Nick Cruceratis comes and fills that left wing role. Cruceratis. Good fun here at Lakeside Stadium. Supporters always involved, making a few jokes at the fourth official's expense.
Ladies and gentlemen, commentary can be dangerous, especially at Lakeside Stadium. In this case, it's not. It's just lovely and fun. Everyone voicing their opinions.
Sherm with the corner. It's in dangerously. Could be Cruceratis! They've done it! It's 3-2 to the Hellas. South Melbourne take the lead. And Kostas Stratomitros is the goal scorer.
This place has gone absolutely crazy. Fans are jumping around. One of them came up to us, but it's all love here at South Melbourne Stadium. They're able to push their squad and motivate them to get into the lead. And this goal has eventuated such joy here. Incredible scenes here at Lakeside Stadium.
There's confirmation there that Kostas Stratomitros, who started the game in midfield before moving into the back line, been excellent in both roles, and he's been rewarded here with a firm low strike in a crowded penalty area to give South Melbourne the lead for the first time on this chilly evening here in Melbourne. What a comeback from South Melbourne. Twice they've been behind and now they're in front. Can they hold on to it? Because we know the Bentley Greens, there's still time. They will come hard and try and get this goal back. Here's Nakamura. Illich. KK onto it first. Christian Constantinides, the ever-present in the South back line. Webster. Looking for Nakamura, who wins the header. And now it's Melvin Beckett. Didn't really have too much support up front to relieve the pressure. And it's another substitution here for the Bentley Greens. George Lambatarides being replaced by Kai Tupaldo. I believe another one of the new arrivals here at the Bentley Greens.
This has changed the complexity of the league in a matter of moments. We've seen a swift turnaround here by South Melbourne, just being able to switch it on. But Bentley Greens aren't out of it here. Here's Yule.
Yule still going, and it's a free kick the other way. Yule maybe leaving a foot in late. Don't think he intended anything, but he has cleaned up an opponent. Stratomitros went down under that challenge. Seems to be all right, the scorer of South's third goal. And a free kick the way of South Melbourne this time. Hands in the back of Billy Constantinides from the captain Jack Webster.
It's back to silence here at South, but it's calm. It's calm silence. No one's worried. No one's worried at this stage. But they've got the ball. It may change, and this game might turn on its head yet again. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't you dare go anywhere if you're watching at home on the NPL Victoria live stream. It's a bit of afters with Constantinides and Webster. Over 6 minutes left, plus a few minutes of stoppage time, I'm sure. The crowd is back up and about now with the pocket of active fans over to our left, coming through with a few Hellas chants. Lambropoulos with the throw-in.
We've got a group in front of us. It's kind of like a brains trust who are working out like tactics right in front of us. They're a great bunch, quite vocal. You may hear them over the commentary, but they have good intentions, I would presume.
Just want a good result for South as the ball goes in for third towel, and it's a goal kick. Nakamura making some headway down that left-hand side. He's got a lot of pace, the substitute. And these South fans in front of us are very entertaining, I must say. So passionate. Great to see. Of course, a club with a storied history in Australian football. South win another throw-in. And every decision, every throw, every pass that goes their way, still building the confidence of these South supporters. Maybe now is when Bentley Greens really feel the absence of coach John Anastasiadis. Seem to always know the right change to make to influence the game. No disrespect to his replacement, John Gabrielson, of course, but must be feeling the weight on his shoulders of having to will his team on to victory here in very trying circumstances. Webster. Jankovic. Exidias. Jankovic. Webster. Holmes. Village for Jankovic. Now Thurtell. Now they can advance the Bentley Greens. Here's Nakamura. Alexander. Going to take his man on down the line. It's Benjiba away for I think it was a throw in there. In fact, it's gone out for a corner.
It's nail-biting times here at South Melbourne. Most of the fans are clutching at their mouths and just biting onto those nails. Quite an enthralling scene.
It's in dangerously here. Could go anywhere. Appeals for handball. Webster furious. It's still alive. Constantinides heads away. It's a long-range effort from Jacob Alexander. Bentley Green's furious with the call. I think it would have been a harsh one at that close range to give a handball.
Roganovic has kept his team in this tie so well. He's able to pull out saves. There's 2 in the first half. This one here, he's able to keep his team in the match, and probably the player of the game today for South Melbourne.
Yeah, let's not forget those 2 spectacular saves in the first half to deny first Thurtell and then Exidias, both top draw. Definitely deserves some plaudits if South are, or whether or not South are able to come away with a result. Interestingly here, it's actually Jacob Alexander coming across all the way, not for a corner, but for a throw-in. And he'll send it in long into the area. There's 4 minutes going to be added, it seems. Cruceratis. Fans urging them forward. Here's Melvin Beckett now. Scott Salados running in at the back post. Melvin Beckett can't keep the ball in play. And the chance goes begging. So much emotion here at Lakeside Stadium. A win would mean so much to these supporters. Mustn't forget this is a Greek derby of its own. Of course, the more famous one was last week's fixture, but these two teams certainly have a rivalry.
We've definitely learned some new words here today.
Most of them not fit for broadcast. Roganovic's goal kick. So we head into the last minute of regulation time here. We've seen the fourth officials board, and there will be 4 minutes added on. Wonder what the reaction of the crowd will be when they see that board go up. Not positive, I'm guessing.
Most of the fans have come out and they're on their feet. They're walking up to the fence. Some are leaving, but some are walking up and just ready to celebrate with their team, waiting for this final whistle.
Cruceratis wins a crucial free kick, and that will soak up some valuable seconds as we head into stoppage time. 4 minutes to be added as the fourth official confirms now with the board. And the stopwatches are out in front of us, Adam.
So some of the South fans aren't counting on the game clock to be the real time. They think their seconds are counted by halves. Incredible scenes here at Lakeside Stadium.
Very controversial, that throw-in award for Bentleigh Greens. This is where home advantage really comes into play in NPL Victoria. Alexander into the box. Thurtell was there. Headed away by Stratomitros, and now Melvin Beckett will... Well, anywhere will do, but maybe Cruceratis can keep this one in. Bit of juggling from the young man. Back to Beckett. He's given that one away.
Yeah, most of the fans have pulled out their phones. It's kind of like a stadium when everyone turns on their lights, and they're waving them around, trying to figure out how long there is left. Nail-biting times here at Lakeside Stadium.
There is a handy electric scoreboard over there, but maybe the fans don't trust the official timekeeping. Webster. Desperation stations now for Bentleigh Greens. So they hit a long one in the direction of Thurtell. Lambropoulos will collect. Finds Cruceratis. And away by Stratomitros. Into the stands. Fans imploring him to take his time over that one, but he was playing it safe. And now Yule. Holmes. Ixias. Ilic. Jankovic. Ixias. Cuts it back, puts a left-footed delivery into the box. It was Thurtell's flick on. Yule was up there as well. Melvin Beckett, the new boy, able to clear that one. Appeals for offside. No flag. Thurtell up for the header. It's chaos here in the forward third for the Bentleigh Greens. They desperately search for an equalising goal. Nakamura, here's Ilic. Will he hit it? No, he'll pass it out wide for Yule. Plays it inside to Tyson Holmes. He's got plenty of defenders around him. He's been able to keep it. Now Ixias. What's the delivery like? It's blocked. And behind for a throw-in, in fact. Christian Constantinides keeping it from going out for a corner.
Everyone here is on the edge of their seats. And credit to Bentleigh Green. So being able to keep possession in that instance, there's so many players there.
Long throw from Jacob Alexander for Yule. Way by South, it's Cruz Serratus, who will knock that one as long as he possibly can. Ryan Scott well off his line to field this one. Fans imploring Jerry Salados to press. Sprayed for Nakamura. Benjiba will kick it into the advertising hoardings. Nakamura with the throw. Illich crosses it first time into the area. Yule was up there. Lambropoulos got it last touch. Now Cruz Serratus will clean up and win a throw-in. And will that be enough for South Melbourne? The seconds ticking away. The fans, the players imploring the referee to blow that final whistle. Maybe one more play. It's added time on added time here at Lakeside Stadium as the whistles start from the supporters. Lambropoulos. Exidias hooks it back into the danger zone. Melvin Beckett's header. And that will do it. South Melbourne get the win. An amazing result. Twice they were behind against the competition's most successful team in this NPL era, the Bentley Greens, who have set the standard for so long, but they clawed it back. And finally, with that winning goal, Konstantinos Stratomitros smashing it in low after a scramble from a corner, and South Melbourne 3, Bentley Greens 2 is the final score.
I've been Artem Ulatash. Thank you guys so much. This has been one of the best comebacks in NPL this season. Incredible scenes here at Lakeside Stadium. From me, it's goodbye.
And from me, Josh Parrish. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night as Kingston City play the late night Monday game, the 8:30 p.m. kickoff. You can catch me on FNR Football Nation Radio throughout the week. And from me, Josh Parrish, and my co-commentator Adam Ulatash, it is goodbye for now. What a game.